What is up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Star Wars The Black Series, and this is Star Wars The Bad Batch Hunter. We'll start by getting a closer look at packaging. We see an awesome image of Hunter on this side, exact same image on this side, just a little bit closer. There is a quick little read up there if you guys want to pause now. Nothing on this side, nothing on the top, barcodes and all that juicy stuff on the bottom. Actually, this is number 1 in the Star Wars The Bad Batch wave, which we're kind of going backwards because we did the newer figures first. We did do Hunter and Mercenary gear. So now we're going back and doing the original version. So it's going to wrap up packaging, everybody. We'll be right back with Hunter outside of the package. First, we'll take a look at his blaster. We've seen this before as well. Typical Star Wars Black Series, tons of reuse. Nice chunk of black plastic. We have this blaster, like we see with all the Stormtroopers, all the Clone Troopers. We have his knife as well, which is kind of cool. I like it. We see the little yellow design going around here. And then we have his helmet, which looks pretty cool. I like it. Much better than Crosshairs, in my personal opinion. Let's get down to Hunter. And same thing with Crosshair. I'm really digging the face. I think they did an awesome job. I do like the newer version better, obviously. The hair is sculpted nicely. We do have a little skull there that's painted nicely. His eyes and all that stuff are painted nicely. His face, nose, eyes, ears, all that stuff is painted nicely. Everything's exactly where it should be too. The red paint on this one is decent. There is a little bit of battle damage on this one. We see that the red paint is kind of scraped off. There's missing red paint. And there is some silver kind of dry brush on this to give it some battle damage. And there's actually scratches and dents into his armors. And we have a little bit of detail right here. It's kind of sculpted into it. And we have some more battle damage and scrapes and all that stuff carrying down the lower part of his body. On the back here we have his backpack, which I meant to look at with accessories. Just a big piece of gray plastic. A little bit of red paint on it. There is a little design and a little bit of damage onto it. A few little scrapes and bumps and dents and all that stuff on this one as well. So not a whole lot of paint on this one. Most of this stuff is gray plastic. This here is painted, obviously. Everything that's red is painted. And we do have, like I previously mentioned, the silver dry brushing, scrapes and dents and all that stuff. So a bit of detail. Paint application is decent. I like it. The head sculpt is fantastic. Like that as well. So that's pretty much it for a closer look, guys. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, goes back this far, forward this far. We've got some side to side, full rotation all the way around. Neck is articulated, goes down this far, goes back this far. This is a soft plastic. Doesn't restrict articulation, so his arms go all the way up. There is a rotation at the base. We do have single jointed elbows, which you get a little over 90 degrees. And for his wrist, I'm assuming that this one goes back and forth and this one goes up and down. Typical range of motion for the Star Wars Black Series. One trigger finger on this side. Again, even though he comes with 2 blasters, we only got a trigger finger on one side, which I really don't know why Hasbro does it, man. Just give us an extra hand, put 2 trigger fingers on, whatever case may be. For his upper body, we do have a little bit of articulation here. We do have a ball joint here, so that goes back this far, forward this far. You get some side to side, full rotation all the way around. His abdomen and his waist and all that stuff is one solid piece of plastic, so you got no rotation or anything like that. And for his legs, comes out to almost a complete split, which is not too bad. Goes forward this far, back this far. We do have single jointed knees, which a little tiny bit over 90 degrees, probably 95 degrees, 100 degrees. I don't know. There's a rotation there as well. For his ankles, it goes back this far, forward this far. You get rotation all the way around, I think. Yeah, there we go. Decent articulation, pretty average for a Black Series, but we've seen these bodies before. Crosshair and Hunter is pretty much the exact same figure, in my opinion. Some minor details, some minor differences, but for the most part, not a whole lot of differences, to be honest. Actually, his chest piece is a little bit different, and I think the bottom part is pretty much the same, though. I may be wrong. Appears to be the same. Let me know in the comments if I am wrong, which it wouldn't be the first time. We went over articulation. We had a closer look. Let's deck this guy out. Let's put all his gear on and see what he looks like fully suited up. So this knife ports in right here. And his blaster doesn't go in anywhere. Wow. I figured he would have a holster or something for his blaster. I know Crosshair comes with a holster. I'm guessing this guy don't, which is unfortunate. So backpack just goes on. Helmet slides on over. This is a nice soft plastic. Shouldn't damage. I say it shouldn't. Maybe it will. Kind of feels like it when it goes down. This helmet actually fits a lot better than Crosshair's as well. Crosshair's, you can kind of see his face doesn't fit down all the way, even though I push down on it. Yeah, doesn't fit as nice. This one fits nicely though. Looks a hell of a lot better than Crosshair. So we'll pop this blaster in this hand. And his finger, trigger finger, can actually go in the trigger hole, which is good. And this side, like I previously mentioned, we don't have a trigger finger on this side, but we can still put the blaster in. Just looks really stupid, doesn't hold on to it that well. I know it's probably designed for the knife, but Hasbro, give us an extra hand. If you're going to give us 2 weapons, 2 blasters, 2 guns, give us an extra hand so we can actually hold 2 of the guns at the same time. I'm guessing the knife actually fits fine, which it does not. It's a bit loose, it's a bit floppy. Not that great, to be honest. Not that I'm surprised. Not trying to be negative, but nothing about these Black Series really impresses me much anymore. Just like Shania Twain. Alright. I'm not saying Shania Twain doesn't impress me, but it's her song. It doesn't impress me much. Yeah, I know I'm lame. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up our unboxing and figure review for Star Wars The Black Series Bad Batch Hunter. So, out of 10, I am going to give this guy a solid 7 out of 10. Articulation is good, paint application is good. A lot more detail into this one. I do like the battle damage. I do like all the scrapes and dents and all that stuff. Helmet fits a lot better. Comes with a few accessories, the knife and all that stuff. I like how you can store the knife. I don't like how you only have one trigger finger on one side. Blaster doesn't fit on this hand at all. The knife doesn't fit in that great. But the head sculpt is good. Other than that, yeah, I mean, no real flaws, but at the same time, nothing that really impresses me. Nothing that really stands out. I guess the helmet and the head sculpt are probably my 2 favorite things about it. So, 7 out of 10 for me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of our score of 7 out of 10. If you guys had to rate this one out of 10, what would you give it? And let me know in the comments below as well, who's your favorite member of the Bad Batch? As always, my friends, if you like this review, hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.